Hey guys, it's Rod from Huntington Company, and we are joined by one of the Huntington Company mascots, Marlo. Murphy is taking a nap right now, so he's on the side. We have our Christmas sweaters on, and we are ready for the holiday season. And today we are talking about 3 perfect gift ideas for yourself or any watch enthusiast you might know for the holiday season or the end of the year. And this is actually the first episode of our new series, TikTok, where we talk about the watch market and everything that surrounds it. So let's get into it. All right, so the first thing we're going to be talking about are going to be watches. I know it's pretty straightforward to bring up watches as one of the choices, but I do want to talk about it, and specifically watches under $500 and under $100. When it comes to vintage, there's a lot out there. For under $100, look at Bulova, Caravel, and even Timex for some really cool examples. And then if you can stretch it up to $500, there's a lot of great brands. Specifically, there's 3 watches that I do have to plug that are in the vintage watch shop now. The first one is on my wrist, and it's well under $500. This is perfect for the holiday season because I think it has that holiday charm because of the red on the dial and that kind of spiral-like case that it has. This is a Raymond Well that has a Swiss manual movement, and it does have a tank style, but the rest of it is really its own design, which is really cool. And again, it's well under $500 and really does make the perfect dress watch for this holiday season. It works well with my sweater, so I know it'll work well with yours. And yeah, that's my opinion on this piece. And another great piece also under $500 is going to be the Universal Geneve. We're talking about a Swiss automatic movement with a beautiful gold case and matching dial. This example is very versatile because you can put it on a casual strap or you can dress it up. So that makes it a great gift because if somebody's looking for something a bit dressier, it could be done so. And if somebody's looking for something a bit more casual, it could do it also, which is great. And then the third one I want to bring up, and specifically the brand itself, is going to be the Omega Geneve we have in the shop. And I think Omega is still one of the best brands out there for around and under $500. And I think they're really undervalued. This Omega Geneve that we have in the shop is perfect. It has a gold case and dial also with a date function, and it's just really crisp and clean. And for around $500, I think it's very undervalued. And even though it is only $500, it is held at a way higher regard because of the heritage and the name. If you've watched really any recent James Bond, then you know what Omega is, and it's a pretty big brand. And honestly, if I think you are both a new collector or an expert collector, if you get gifted an Omega, you'd be just as happy just because of how cool vintage Omegas are. And really the quality, even though that they're affordable, they are still perfect for any level of watch collecting. And I personally have an Omega Seamaster in my collection right next to Rolexes and Cartier, and I love that piece, and I know you will, or that watch enthusiast you know will also love it. So that's something to keep in mind. There's a lot more Omegas out there than the one that we have in the shop, so take a look if it's not your taste and really check out that market because I think it's great, and again, it's very undervalued. And then if you're not looking to get a watch or a gift watch, maybe it's the price range or you just don't want to add another watch to the collection, accessories become that perfect option, specifically watch rolls and straps. With watch rolls, you have 2 options. You have like a hard case watch roll that is perfect for, let's say, your nightstand. If you have those 1 or 2 go-to watches that you know that you're going to daily wear, you can put them in this watch roll, put it on your nightstand. They're protected and they're easy to access, which is perfect. And then if you need something for, let's say, travel, if it's a vacation or a business trip, an actual watch roll is perfect because it can hold a handful of watches and then be pretty compact to throw in your duffel or your weekender, which is perfect. And these both could be had at a range of prices depending on what quality you're looking for. I've never spent more than $50 on these because I personally haven't had to, but I have seen them and I totally think they're worth it if you do spend more for that higher quality, and I'll probably get one in the future. But for now, I think the more affordable stuff is fine because I don't use it much. But if I was to do more traveling so on next year, let's say, I would buy a better quality one just so it lasts longer, and the longevity is a big thing. So that's something to keep in mind too. But you can have them anywhere from $50 to hundreds depending on the material that you're looking at and the brand that you go with. But there's a lot of great luxury good companies that make really nice ones, so that's something to keep in mind too. And that's the same with straps. There's 2 options. There's the affordable straps and the higher quality, more expensive straps. I think the affordable straps are still a great option. Yes, the quality isn't as good, the material isn't going to be as nice on your wrist, but for somebody starting their watch collection, or even if there's somebody that's just into affordable pieces, there's no point in spending money on straps that cost as much or even more than their watch. So this becomes the perfect option. Let's say the straps are $10 to $20. For $100, you can get 5 to 10 straps, which is great for somebody who just started because it gives them a lot of options to mess around with and see what they really like. And then maybe if they find that option that's perfect for them, then they can go spend a bit more and get a higher quality one and then daily it. And then there you go. You have the perfect strap and you didn't have to spend a fortune to figure out which one you like the most. And then with the more affordable straps, if you know somebody who has more expensive watches, if they're a few hundred or a few thousand, then it is worth it to get them a quality strap for $100 or even more. We have straps in our strap shop that actually I think are worth more than $100, but we price them right because I don't think quality should be too expensive. But if those aren't your taste, there's a lot of companies again out there that make some great quality stuff for any price range. So that's something to look at too. And then if you're not looking to get accessories or watches and you're trying to expand more, books are a great option. Yes, they're educational and or they hold an entertainment value, but also they're a great decorative piece in an office or your house that can show that you're a watch enthusiast, which is really cool. I don't think I know any real watch geek who does not have at least one watch book in their office that they look at or show off to show that they're real watch guys. I personally have a handful, and my friends and family have come to know me as somebody who loves Rolex. So I do get Rolex books gifted to me often, and that's pretty cool. And I love them all. You can never have too many books because every book is written by a different author or collector, so you always have a different view on whatever topic that book is on, which is really cool. And also a really cool idea, if you see somebody who's wearing a specific watch all the time, let's say an Omega Speedmaster, then find a book on the Omega Speedmaster and gift it to them, because I know that would be really cool to have that book on the watch that they truly love, and it'll have information where they can learn more. Or if you know that they have a goal for one day, let's say purchasing a Patek Philippe, find yourself a book that is educational and on Patek Philippe so they can read through it and really gain some more knowledge, and I bet you it would fire them up to hit that goal even sooner, which is also really cool. And again, they can also put it on their coffee table as a decoration to show how much they love the brand, and I think that's also really cool. So that's my opinion on the 3 perfect gifts. If you guys have other ideas, please share them in the comments below. I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday season. I know I'll be busy and hanging out with friends and family, and I hope you guys do the same. No matter what holiday you're celebrating, I hope it's full of happiness and joy, and you're celebrating it with loved ones. So thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Again, happy holidays, and I'll see you in the next one.